Also, Justus, I would like to have a word with you. You trolled me on a subconscious level that I am not okay with.
How?
Yeah, I don't know if you did this intentionally, but here's the thing. Whenever I wake up, for some reason, my brain is like a fly trap. It's all sticky and shit. To any song that touches it, even a mention of a song will get stuck in its head. So I wake up this morning at like 11:30, and the very first thing my brain pays any attention to is the 1 hour long version of "Woke Up and Got Some Gabagool" by fucking Video Game Donkey, bro. And now I can't get it out. I didn't even click the link. Didn't even listen to it. I just know what it sounds like, and now it's stuck there for the rest of the fucking day.
Got some gabagool.
Then I woke up the next morning and I gobble gabagool.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
Be afraid. I've never seen The Sopranos. I saw the first episode and I was like, that's good. I'm going to watch the rest. Never went back.
You should. If you're a fan of like Scorsese's like more mob style movies, like you would like it. It really is just if Scorsese had a TV show about Goodfellas.
And that's the fucking weird thing is that my dad showed me Goodfellas at the age of 10 years old. I've seen Goodfellas a million times.
Well, that was a bad
and he also saw The Sopranos. He watched The Sopranos. Why the fuck couldn't I watch The Sopranos if I'm already watching Goodfellas, Fight Club, Kick-Ass? I don't know what the fuck my dad was on in 2010. He was just like, okay, son, every R-rated movie you've ever wanted to watch, we're going to watch it together. I don't know if it was like a subconscious thing or like he was like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I watched like Wanted at 10 years old. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I like Wanted a lot. Underrated.
I don't remember shit except for the scene when he hits the guy with the keyboard with the keyboard, and then the keys for the words "fuck you" start floating in the air with CGI.
I can't believe that was Chris Pratt.
That was Chris
Yeah,
Pratt?
it was Chucky
He was
Chris
the keyboard?
Yes,
Holy
yes,
shit,
that
I
was
need
his
to go
first
back and
role.
watch that
It was
shit.
his first role as the keyboard. No, he was the guy who's fucking his girlfriend. He played the fucking keyboard.
See, I don't know, my dad was really weird with the way he treated, like, things that I was quote-unquote not allowed to watch, because, like, the majority of the time, he would be pretty, you know, he stick to his guns, like, nah, you can't watch that, that's not appropriate for someone your age, but then every once in a while, out of the blue, if, like, my mom wasn't home or something, he'd be like, fuck it, you want to watch fucking this horror movie, even though you are 6 years old and probably don't need to watch Michael Myers stab people? And that became a Halloween tradition. And then, like, I remember there was one night I couldn't fucking sleep, and I was watching TV, and my dad came out. It had to have been like 2 or 3 in the fucking morning or something. And he was just like, "You ever seen South Park?" And it's like, "Nah, you said I'm not allowed." He goes, "All right, we're gonna watch an episode." And then we watched the Fish Sticks episode. That was my intro to South Park.
That's kind of bomb, though. My dad was also like that. My dad's also, I don't know if your dad's religious, but my dad's really religious.
Very.
And so, yeah, I guess. I've met your father. That's not an insult to your father. I'm just like, he seems religious. So my dad...
You were inside our old Buckeye house. You saw the crucifixes on the wall.
I've been inside you. My dad, he...
Damn right.
Oh, what? My dad, though, he was the same way. He'd jump in between, like, no, you're not allowed to watch this. And then, I'm telling you, a fucking light switch flipped in 2010. Because so the way that the house I was in 2010, specifically, because we lost that house later in the year, I was across from their room, like directly adjacent from their room. So I couldn't see the TV. I could see them, but I could hear the TV very, very fucking clearly because its walls are super thin. This nigga watched Final Destination, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. He doesn't like horror movies. That's the weird thing. He just like...
So how was he watching all the classics?
I don't fucking know. He went off a fucking bender. And he was just like, okay, son, do you want to watch Wanted with me? And I was like, sure. Do you want to watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Yeah. Kick-Ass, fucking Fight Club, fucking Goodfellas, fucking... I don't fucking know. Literally any R-rated movie you could think of that's a fucking classic. He was like, do you want to watch that? And I was like... Sure, I don't care about the nightmares. Like, I legitimately... No, but I blame Final Destination for making me paranoid in my everyday life, though.
Oh, I don't blame you. I still refuse to drive behind trucks that have, like, those large wooden lines and shit sitting in the back of it. I won't do it. You will not catch me behind that, man. I will go around one way or another.
It embedded something inside of me, and not in a fun way. From a young age, I'm just like, I need to be in my room. I can't go in the shower with curtains. I can't be near knives. I can't be near fucking cars. I can't be near tanning beds. I won't go near roller coasters, tires. Anything in your life will fucking kill you. And
I remember the worst mistake I ever made was watching Final Destination 5 the day before I took a flight to go see my grandmother in Washington.
What is your...
I don't...
Masterclass on fucking yourself over.
That was my first Final Destination movie. Literally, that's the thing. I had never seen one of those movies before that day. I didn't really know anything about it, and literally, like at the end of the movie, spoiler alert for the Final Destination fans, I guess. Yeah, at one point the plane starts to go down. Half of like the fucking like like a literal hole in the side of the plane just gets torn into it, and a girl like flies out of her seat and gets chopped in half by the goddamn wing of the plane.
Is that the one that's like the prequel to the first Final Destination?
So,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's how the first one starts.
And, like,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So funny.
Although, looking back, it also had probably one of the worst deaths in the entire movie. A bitch really died doing gymnastics. Are you kidding me? That's what killed you?
Oh,
That's it?
No. You mock that shit. People would spread that clip all over YouTube when that fucking came out, and I'd have to avoid it. Whenever I saw gymnastics, I was like, no. I didn't want to fucking
Pretend like it was real, right?
Yeah. Fuck, I'm literally getting my fight or flight response right now in my fucking chair. Like it's not a...
Final Destination's triggering Justus.
I am the exact opposite of a horror movie fan. I love thrillers. I love being scared. I despise gore. I see gore. I am a liberal in every way. I am a conservative when it comes to violence. I think that violence is awesome. I hate gore. I think it is the most low, scraping the bottom of the barrel way to get somebody scared, but it works, and that's why I hate it. It works too well.
Here's the thing. I grew up with like slasher movies. As I previously stated, my dad was showing me the Halloween movies and Texas Chainsaw Massacre every Halloween from the time I was 6 years old. So I genuinely like grew up with that sort of thing. So maybe it's just me. Yes, gore itself can be a cop-out, but if you do it in a really efficient way, aka people like Sam Raimi, I think it can be really fucking cool. Personally, the thing I miss about horror movies, I miss practical effects. I miss when Tom Savini was reigning over the fucking industry. Have you guys, Justus, I know you're not a big horror movie fan, but just for looking at the prosthetics and the makeup alone, you should at least check out some clips from like old school Friday the 13th movie, because some of that shit is so fucking cool how he would make these things. Like, oh my god, bro, that man.
Yeah.
I love Tom Savini. Tom Savini, if you're listening, which I know you're not because his last episode got 22 views. But if you're one of the 22, come on the podcast, bro. Please, I know you're needing work. We don't really do many practical effects nowadays.
I can respect horror movies. Like I said, I like a good horror movie. I don't know the last one I saw though. I don't watch them too much. I watch them very sparingly. But the ones I watch don't have like a lot of gore. I don't get it. Like it does not compute with me personally. Like I can be scared by something. You can show me somebody dying. I think that if you show it like gratuitously and like the joy of the movie comes from somebody dying, I just don't get that. You know what I mean?
So what I'm hearing is you should avoid the Friday the 13th movies, but you should definitely check out the very first Halloween movie from 1978.
Maybe, because I've maybe been interested in that because young Jamie Lee Curtis is a yes. Is a yes for me.
Yeah, no, she's a bae. But no, that's the thing. You just described exactly why people like the Friday the 13th movies. Those movies are known. You essentially watch it because you want to watch people get murdered in super creative ways because the 80s was fucking unhinged and you can get away with anything and Paramount would give you money to do it. But the first Halloween, especially because you said yourself that you prefer a more like suspenseful sort of movie,
definitely.
I think the first one would be perfect because they had a super low fucking budget, so there is barely any blood and gore. It is very much so reliant on the shadows, very much so reliant on... They barely even call him Michael Myers. They call him The Shape in the very first one.
Yeah, that's what I like about that. They call him The Shape. I'm like, that's fucking nice.
Yeah.
That's bomb.
13th.
Ignore the fucking douchebag outside mowing his lawn. But... you know how much fucking cooler The Shape is than Michael? Do you know how much cooler of a fucking name he got killed by the Shape. He always lives. He's mysterious. He fucking disappears and he comes back and he fucking kills you. He's the Shape. Or he got killed by Michael.
The rhombus got him.
The octagon.
90% of our horror movie characters have very boring white guy names. We have Fred, we have Michael, and we have Jason. For fuck's
the
sake.
fuck, man? That's the real villain, white men.
Truly.
The real villain is straight white men.
Fuck. The 80s were woke as shit. You guys just couldn't see it.
Damn. I will never forgive Sleepaway Camp. That movie is fucked.
I've never seen it, but based on all the clips I've seen, I don't think I really want to check it out.
First of all, it's a bit iffy in terms of gender and trans trans topics. So, but even beyond that, in terms of like the kills, it's just like neither of you are gonna watch it. So there's one point where a woman, oh my god, I'm fucking.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this entire episode is gonna be a spoiler for every single old horror movie ever. Just be prepared.
Yeah, because fuck you if you actually.
Bruce Willis is a ghost.
No!
What the fuck? I haven't watched Die Hard. That's fucked up. I can't believe you would spoil it like that for me.
No, but in Sleepaway Camp, there's one kill where the bully of the movie, she's like this, think like Mean Girls, but not as fun, just kind of obnoxious. And
Tina Fey had nothing to do with this one.
Nothing whatsoever. And she's laying down in her bed, and she has a curling iron next to the bed, plugged in. This is not going where you think.
Oh, no.
I really feel like it is. It definitely is, though.
It might. You don't know.
I think you're underestimating what we're thinking.
Oh, God. At one point, she insults the main character who's revealed to be the antagonist. She's revealed to be the main killer of everybody in the camp. But at one point, she insults her and calls her like a slut at some point. And so the killer, the main character, goes in there, grabs the curling iron, shoves it in her snatch.
Fucking.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Holy
you guys
shit.
Which goes to show that you guys are fucked in the head for watching all this shit. I thought it was gonna go in her mouth. I thought she was gonna like burn her mouth.
Nah, man.
Oh, Justus, you poor innocent boy, you.
That sounds way more fucked up. I mean, the clitoris is like has a ton of nerve endings, so I had to like hurt like really bad. But like,
I wouldn't know. I've never found it.
I wouldn't know about that, man. I didn't read that book. I didn't look at that Wikipedia article. But like, no, I think like the mouth is way more fucked up because you can't breathe anymore. Like that's fucked.
Yeah, but like, imagine someone taking a straightening iron and just putting it on your dick.
Stop right there, fucking there. I know where you live. Oh God!
I think you would rather have it in your mouth. Honestly, if I had the choice between the two of those, at least the mouth heals faster.
That's true. The mouth heals at like fucking way faster of a rate than other parts of your body, doesn't it?
I'm fucking surprised.
Exactly. I feel like the cooch just takes a bit longer than a mouth.
Like, I've bitten entire chunks out of my cheek, and this shit's just like healed. Your gums can bleed.
For the most part.
Your gums can get ripped and bleed when you brush them too hard, and they just heal like an hour later. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mouth is a super mutant.
I still have little skin flaps kind of hanging down from the inside of my cheeks from when I was like 8 or 9 years old, but I've always assumed that was a normal thing.
Oh, me too. I have one on my right, all the way at the top.
Fucking
I got one on both sides.
Oh, he's
double you can play with both of them.
As a kid, chewing was not my strong set, I guess. I just would rather take a bite out of my own fucking mouth than whatever I was eating.
I can't believe natural selection didn't take you. Did you just say chewing wasn't your strong suit? What the fuck?
This man said I needed a straw, not because I had any ailments, but because I was just dumb. I was just fucked in the head.
Listen, I'm just gonna say thank you for inventing vaccines, because natural selection would have taken my ass out a long time ago.
Oh my god.
God, I am not your strongest soldier. I'll say it right now.
Would you say God gives his strongest battles to soldiers? What the fuck you saying?
No, because all the motherfucker gave me was chewing, and I couldn't do that right. That's clearly not the strongest battle.
I love that quote though.
He's like, hey, here's a burger, just kind of like eat it and then swallow it. And I was like, damn it, I did something wrong.
I remember the swallow bit. I don't know how to do this chewing thing.
Honestly, though, I don't chew my food much. I give like 5 bites at the most to the food that I'm eating, and then I just swallow it. Just swallow it. But I have a big mouth to hold it all. You seen it, Andrew?
I think it's because I got a pretty tiny mouth. I don't know, man. And as a kid, I used to choke a lot too, which shows chewing and swallowing I struggled with.
How?
And I remember there was one time I was home alone and I started choking on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then I got really fucking scared because there was like no one there who could help me. Thank God I cleared it on my own, but like that could have been very bad, and now I'm very careful with how much I chew before I swallow.
Dude, I remember doing the same thing as a kid. Like, it's always when you're home alone.
I was like
that
17.
You just fucking no, shut the fuck up.
First of all, who the fuck let you guys home alone? It seems like you guys are not ready for that responsibility.
Dude, I've definitely choked on some shit and thought I was just gonna die as a 7-year-old child alone in my house.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this is the
I
end.
remember I did it one time in high school off a chicken nugget, and these 2 girls didn't know what was going on, and it was very, very terrifying experience. It wasn't until I was 16 and then 17 that for some reason I just forgot how to eat properly and started choking to death on my own fucking food. Haven't done it since, though.
What the fuck was going on?
I've been choke-free for a good 4 years now. 5 years.
I think I choke. Sometimes I put too much in my mouth. Like I'm okay. The way I eat food is that I have to have a bite of everything on my plate at once. If I have a burger and fries, I need to have a bite of burger and some fries in my mouth, or else I'm not going to enjoy it. I do not eat things one at a time, but they cannot be mixed together. I think if you mix together your food,
we are very different eaters.
I know, and Hannah gives me shit for it because she's like, "Why don't you just eat the burger then eat the fries?" I'm like, "Fuck you, no, that's wrong. That's wrong." And then like I'll look at her plate and she like legitimately mixes her food up to make like a stew, and I'm like, "You gross, disgusting bastard." But no, I just
No, that's gross. I will say that.
yeah, that's fucking like she'll like we'll be at like Chipotle, and she'll mix her bowl up together. It looks like mush.
That's what you're
like,
supposed to do with the bowl.
No. That's
the bowl
not what
makes
you don't
sense. I'll
fucking
give
do
her
that with
that.
the bowl.
Yes,
take
you
a
do.
Bite, no, you get a bite of
Well,
everything
first
in
of
the
all,
bowl. You
stop
don't
getting a
fucking mix
bowl
it
like
up
a
to
pussy. Get a goddamn burrito like
you
a
don't
real man.
mix it up to make it look like somebody just shat it out into your fucking plate, dude. Like you don't fucking do it like that. What do you mean? What do you mean you're confused? That's very straightforward. You don't fucking
The bowl
make it.
is meant to be mixed.
You don't turn it into mash. Of course, it's fine if you mix it up a little bit, but it should still look like food.
How much does she mix this up? Does she put it in a blender? God damn.
Honestly, dog, kinda. Like, it looks fucking...
She ninjas that
I
bitch.
can never fucking look at her when she's eating sometimes, because I'm like, oh, no,
You
stop.
just want to vomit right there.
I'm so grateful my girlfriend is not like a gross eater. I've just noticed she's a way faster eater than me. Like, almost every single time we're eating anything, she just kind of sits there and stares at me while I have to finish up my meal because she was done 10 minutes
That's
ago.
me. I literally finished my food in like 5 minutes. Like, that was a delicious meal. And I had to stare at the fucking mush over here across from me for the next 20 minutes.
No, I like to savor my shit, bro.
It's
not
not.
a
That's
race.
not how it works. You can eat it in 5 minutes and enjoy it. You can still enjoy it. Like people say, I inhale my food. I don't inhale my food. I just have places to go, shit to do, people to meet. Like I enjoyed my
This
meal.
eating thing takes up too much of my precious time.
Honestly, dude, yeah. Some of the way you guys fucking eat, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take 30 minutes to finish this fucking Popeye's biscuit. Dude, we gotta go somewhere. Stop. Shove it in your fucking mouth, drink your iced tea, and let's fucking keep a move on. We gotta go
We
somewhere.
gotta fucking go.
No, Justice, how often do you guys go out to eat on like a date-like environment?
Like a date?
Yeah.
Not very. Unless you count eating in her car in the parking lot as a date.
It's iffy.
Yeah, it's iffy. Not too often.
I'll give it to you, depending on depending on where you guys are parked at. I'll give you that.
Like all the time then, if that's the fucking case. Because like,
Okay,
we both work full time, and then I go to school, and I also manage these YouTube channels, my YouTube channel that I edit for the podcast. So I don't have very much time, and she's a teacher, so she's there all the time. And so we're literally like, hey, man, how are you trying to get your diabetes today? Is it fucking McDonald's? Is it Little Caesars? You trying to get some sushi? And so, yeah, we just eat in the parking lot most of the times.
Better not be Skeezers, bro. You better avoid that place like the damn plague.
I eat Caesars so much. It is a fucking sin. I swear.
I don't know, man.
Don't tell me what you know.
Man. We've just been
Do
biased.
not tell me what you know.
No, that's the thing. No, I can blatantly tell you Little Caesars doesn't technically have any, like... It doesn't have those McDonald's type secrets where you're like, oh my god, that's what they do. I never want to eat there again. I think the grossest thing we do is that we mix our sauce in a bucket and it comes from a paste and then a powder.
What
That's
the
the
fuck?
grossest thing about Little Caesars.
That's weird.
But even then, for a place that sells such cheap pizza, we're also one of the only like pizza places I've seen that serve as like a fast food sort of environment that like we still hand make our dough every single day. Believe me, I know that from experience. Which then surprises me that it tastes like ass after 5 minutes out of the oven, but still, regardless, I can at least tell you like Little Caesars is surprisingly not as disgusting as you would expect it to be. Vance, can you attest for that?
Yeah, no, I feel like in terms of fast food restaurants, it's one of the more reasonable
Ethical.
and like chill environments. I don't know. McDonald's seems like it holds so many demons.
Dude. It seems so fucking
McDonald's
wild.
seems like the type of place that once you work there, kind of same with Subway, like once you work there,
Yeah.
you kind of just never want to eat there again.
Yeah.
Not only because you're tired of the food, but also because now you know too much.
Yeah. I've seen.
I'm not going to tell y'all about Subway, but let's just say I will never eat Subway for the rest of my life.
No,
no,
motherfucker,
say
you
it,
have
say
to
it.
tell me. I enjoy
Say it
Subway,
now.
please.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to not
Hannah
say
eats
anything.
No,
ruin it for me. I can't eat there.
Sue us.
Hannah eats Subway. I need a reason to get her to stop. Talk about it. Spill it. Spill the beans.
Okay,
bitch.
okay. Well, first of all, never ever get their tuna. It is a nauseating experience. The quote-unquote fish that comes out of that bag, I don't think that's fish.
Oh, God.
That looks like fucking cat food. And technically, this is how all mayonnaise is made, but something about doing it on such a wide scale with such low-quality product is just very disgusting. You literally take two, like, entire, like, gallon-full bags of mayonnaise, put into a bowl with, like, 4 of this quote-unquote tuna, and you mix it up by hand with nothing but gloves, which is disgusting on its own.
Your hands all up in there.
Oh, God.
Hands, you have gloves on, but really, how much are those gloves doing? Like, they don't give you a mixing stick or anything. Like, you really just have to...
I don't.
That motherfucker
I don't
by
want
hand.
Gerald's fucking thumbprint in my tuna salad. What the fuck?
Well, I suggest you don't get the tuna. Second off, their bread. I don't think that's actually bread. It quite literally, before you put it in the weird humidifier thing, it looks like a literal paste. It looks like something that a machine... It looks like a big old fucking line of toothpaste is what it kind of looks like before you put it into these little tray things, pop it into the bread puffer, and then it turns into the bread we all know and love. But that ain't bread. I'm telling you right now, whatever that shit is, it ain't fucking bread. That ain't yeast. That ain't nothing. Little Caesars has better quality bread than fucking Subway does.
Damn.
And other than that, their veggie patties also just look really gross, but those are also not the most popular. So
They
who
do look
really
really
cares?
gross. They look like little turds.
When did they get veggie patties?
They've had veggie patties for a minute. It's just, again, they never have them out on display because no one fucking buys them. You have to, like, ask for them specifically.
Secret
and
menu
they
item.
literally... It's shaped like a protein bar, is the best
Ugh.
way I can describe it. It looks like a Cliff Bar, but with little bits of corn sticking out of it. And it's gross. It comes in frozen, you heat it up, and it's just gross. You don't want that in your life. Just don't do it. My main point is, Little Caesars, surprisingly not bad, for especially for how low quality their stuff is. You would really expect it to be way worse. But Subway surprises you by being 3 times as disgusting, while having potentially 10 times better tasting food.
I don't know, man.
That's the secrets for y'all.
I don't know, man. Little Caesars is fucking delicious.
And that's listen, because I worked at Little Caesars since I was like 17 until I was like 19,
I didn't know you were
I will say I have had a strong bias only because of how bad the work environment was, apart from meeting the majority of my best friends there, but the restaurant itself was pretty ass. However, I'll say it right now. I'm going to break my personal bias. Little Caesars is a pretty good company.
Woo!
Not only do they always come in clutch, and especially in like low low-income neighborhoods. They always, chill over there to make sure to serve the community. The owner is known to be a very, very charitable dude, helping all sorts of foundations, all sorts of, Little Caesars is it overall probably one of the best companies ethics-wise if we're talking like the big top corporate fast food joints. So as much as I try not to eat there, I will say Little Caesars deserves a little bit of praise. Plus, again, that's how I met Vance. That's how I met a lot of my other friends. So I'll gotta give him that. And maybe one day I'll still get that LC tattoo on me somewhere.
There's this story that they always tell of like the Little Caesars owner paid for Rosa Parks' rent for like the rest of her life or some shit like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he would, the most anti-racist corporation owner at the time.
Respect. What else can I say but it's
I
respect?
blinked. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Dude, I thought something happened. It all went silent.
Nobody said anything. I was like, Rosa Parks.
Damn, I guess you guys are all racist is what it looks like.
I mean,
Justice especially. Justice hates black people.
so bringing it back to horror movies, I
Horror diverge from that one.
horror movies.
A whore?
There we go.
I remember whores.
I remember
Fuck are you-
boys.
What is that? What is that? What the fuck is that?
Chocolate?
Oh.
I remember chocolate. Oh, chocolate. I always hated it. Sorry, I kind of spiked my audio with that one.
I
Just
heard
have to
that
figure that one out.
No, I'm keeping that in. Fuck you. I'm keeping that in. Always,
I'm so
always
sorry for
hated
the
it.
audio spike.
Yeah, I literally, on
Oh.
my Audacity, I literally see the blue sound waves at that point just fucking skyrocket.
Vance, you peak all the time. And I'm not calling you out or insult. I'm just saying, bro, you peak all the time. It's so funny.
No, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
I would assume Vance is the most
I
quiet
know, and I
one.
was so surprised when he peaks like all the time, and I'm like, but he's just like saying, "I agree," and then it's just like,
I don't know what's up with it. Like, the settings that I used with David are
Yeah.
the same ones I'm using now, but I'm like peaking constantly. I'm just turning it down to like 80 now. I'm seeing if that helps.
So, Justice,
"What's up?"
when is the next time you can make a trip to Buckeye? I know you don't really have a vehicle at the moment, but is there any chance you could come down here at some
Probably
point?
fall break, because probably like after the 30th, I can go out there. Why? What's up?
So, nothing in particular. Me and Vance were just talking last night, and we think you need to pull up to his place. Because last night we had an early 2000s/90s nostalgia fest all
Dude.
night, and it was pretty sick, and I think you need to experience
Dude,
it.
I'd cry.
Vance has a cool collection of, like, 90s technology, like, shit that he's just gotten from Rainier's thrift store. So he had 2 CRTVs. We played fucking Mario Kart 64 last night like it was the early fucking 2000s, and it was amazing. And then we started watching a fuck ton of old VHS tapes, some better than others, some hilarious as shit. And I don't know. I'm just saying, Justice, you need to pull up to Vance's place and have this experience. Honestly, that goes out to all of the audience. You guys should just come to Vance's place.
Yeah, my address is...
I'm just gonna blink.
Unfortunately, even though I've been to your house millions of times, I actually do not know your address. I just know how to drive there. So unfortunately, I can't even dox you. It's something off of... Actually, I'm not even going to name your street. That would probably be a bad idea.
I'll forget.
Yeah.
I'll forget, and then it'll actually be doxed. I have Smash 64. Hell yeah, we're gonna fucking have a 64 night, and then have a 69.
Yeah, bro. Especially with the CRTV going on, it really feels like it felt like a time before we were even alive. It's pretty sick.
I loved it. Like, obviously, you guys did that together, but do you guys ever do that like on your own?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't have that sort of technology, but I'm sure Vance
But,
does.
like,
I'll just
even-
sit there
even-
and watch shit.
like even with the stuff that you have, Andrew, and Vance as well, like you don't just sit there and be like, what's a show from the early 2000s that I watched or I didn't watch?
Oh, yeah, of
And you would
course.
just sit there,
Nostalgia.
and then like in your
Nostalgia's a hell of a
and
drug.
like in your brain, you're like, I'm in 2003. I'm in 2003. I'm in 2003. I'm in 2003. Mom and Dad are not divorced. Go-Gurts are in the fridge. Everything is okay.
The McRib
I
is
wish I
back.
had
The
memories
McRib
from
is back.
2003.
Nick at night. George Lopez. Nick at night.
Yes!
George Lopez.
George Lopez.
The only people out here chanting to see George Lopez. That man is not funny.
Unfortunately, no one's really doing that nowadays. He's kind of a douchebag.
I was just about. He's not funny. Like
Not funny, and he cheated on his wife after she like I think didn't she donate like a kidney or some shit to him,
like
and then he fucking cheated on her.
What the fuck? I thought that was a...
Yeah, what a fucking piece of shit, bro.
Damn, that's wild.
Once someone gives you a part of the inside of their body, I think you just got to be loyal to them until the day one of you dies.
His wife Anne donated one of her kidneys to Lopez. The transplant was successful.
And then he fucked then he fucked a waitress.
Oh, his wife filed for divorce in 2010.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Because he cheated.
That sucks. How could you do this to Angie? How could you do this to Angie, you bastard? There's a Cats and Dogs 3.
Angie!
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you went for it. You didn't do like a Angie. You fucking went for that shit. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. George Lopez took over my body. I think I have to go cheat on my wife real quick.
Max! Oh my god, that sounds crunchy, dog. What the fuck?
I said Andrew into his tizzy.
Sorry about that. I'm good. Has anyone ever asked where Leonardo DiCaprio was on 9/11? Anyone ever wondered this?
Oh god, that son of a bitch! I knew it.
That motherfucker. I'm gonna get him.
Why is that so funny?
Woke up this morning, got some gabagoo. And then I woke up the next day and got some gabagoo.
When it comes to TV shows, like, it really is hard for me to find a show that I'm committed enough to actually, like, completely focus on and give my undivided attention to for, like, numerous episodes after season after season. Yeah. In fact, right now, I'm rewatching Breaking Bad, and that is the only show that's able to get me to do it right now. Everything else, if it's not some sort of, like, Futurama or, like, I don't know, South Park, something I can kind of put on in the background, like, that's the only show at the moment I can actually give my full fucking focus on at the moment.
I think that analysis paralysis is a real fucking problem with everyday people. Even it's not just people like us who want to make it a career or people who like review stuff. It's a problem with everybody. There's too much shit available at once.
Too many options.
Literally, like there's too much shit available at once, and it stops you from making a choice or really enjoying anything. Like you just put on what defaults, which is fine. Like I have Scrubs and Friends. Like I watch that shit all the fucking time, but I shouldn't be watching the same show 6 years later. Like, what the fuck? Like, you should be broadening your horizons, but there's just so much. Vance, what do you think?
I agree. I feel like, for some reason, I know you like Friends, but for some reason, like Friends and The Office and shows like that haven't died. I think specifically because there's too many options now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird. It's weird because there's a lot of bad parts of those shows, and there's a lot of good shit coming out now, and I don't understand it.
There's a literal fucking blackface episode of Scrubs. Like, I don't even
There's a literal what?
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
There's a blackface episode on Scrubs.
How have I missed that one?
Because it was removed from streaming.
I'm looking. No, what the fuck? Who does the blackface?
It's real.
Please tell me it's not my boy Zach Braff.
It was Zach Braff and Sarah Chalk.
No!
Sarah Chalk and Zach Braff.
Why'd they do that?
There was 3 episodes featuring blackface.
Only one show can get away with that, and it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And even then, a lot of the streaming services removed those episodes too.
I think that blackface has to be done really well. Like I think it has to be.
Honestly, it's probably best just to not do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
that's what
I'm looking at the photos right now. If it makes it any better, the scene where he does blackface, there is a man doing whiteface next to him.
Oh,
are they supposed to be dressed as each other? Is that the joke?
That's that one.
Jesus Christ.
But there's another one where Sarah
there can't be multiple blackface jokes.
Yeah,
no.
Yes, there is. There's one where Sarah Chalk and Zach Braff
this was a running
dress
bit?
as Turk, bald cap and everything. I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Oh fucking Christ!
Please.
They're going through the stages of grief.
I don't even like Scrubs.
I love Scrubs, and I was so disappointed when I found this out. I think that Scrubs is an amazing show, but this is just like surprising.
How is Zach Braff
Oh,
not been
what the
canceled yet, or even just brought into any controversy for this?
They did. Like, I don't remember when, but there's a ton of articles. 2020, because obviously everybody was inside. Fucking.
They had too much time inside to look at all this shit.
I guess we're gonna talk about the Zach Braff blackface thing now. It's time. Brushes off the fucking episode.
Oh, God. Zach Braff, I'm disappointed in you, bro.
Even the showrunner was like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that shit.
Yeah, no fucking shit, bro.
Bill Lawrence is like, fucking,
What the fuck did the actor who played Turk have to say about this? Like, did he have any comment on this?
I think him and Zach Braff have a podcast where they rewatched all the episodes. It's really common with a lot of shows now. But they made a comment on it.
Please tell me they watched that one.
They did, and they made a comment about it, and they were talking
Good.
about it with Sarah Chalk and Bill Lawrence, all talking about the blackface episodes. I didn't watch it because I didn't listen to the fucking podcast. But at least they had a dialogue about it, and they all apologized to, the fuck is his name? Donald Faison. That's his name, Donald Faison. Yeah, they apologized to Donald Faison.
Why? By the way, I was gonna ask, why such a hard opinion on the Jewish community, bro?
Hey, my girlfriend's Jewish. Calm your shit. My girlfriend's Jewish. Calm down. For family reasons, I'm gonna be click clack. Calm your shit. Calm your
such
shit.
a hard
That's
opinion on
actually why you
Egyptians?
said it. You said
Watch your jet. Watch your jet. Bro. Watch
Egyptians
your
was a
jet.
weird take. Like, how many Egyptians have you even really met, Justus? And you have such a strong opinion.
5.
Strangely,
At
specifically
one
the
point you called
pharaohs
them
as
a-
well. I don't.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Whoa! Stop! What the fuck?
Wait, what did you say, Andrew?
He said it.
I said at one point you even called them a. What does that even mean?
Whoa!
Damn it!
Whoa! Stop! Right now! What the fuck?
Now it turned into an actual race thing.
That was too close to home.
It's too close to something I could hear, like
Exactly.
an uncle say.
I could hear fucking Steven Crowder say, I hear some people call them. I mean, I would call them that. But in a way, it makes sense.
Did I just accidentally invent a slur for,
I don't
for
think
a
you
group of
invented
people
it.
that never had one
I
before?
don't think you invented it. I think you
I don't know.
unearthed it. I think you
Yeah,
just
this-
brushed. I think you brushed the dust
Yeah.
off of it and put it back on the shelf.
You mean kind of like a fucking mummy?
Oh no!
You sick bastard! You son of a bitch! Speaking of which,
Kill the
What-
whale. Sorry.
no, don't be sorry. Just explain what the fuck that was.
Andrew said the whale, and I started singing the one fucking. Andrew knows the song.
One fucking what? I don't know what that is. What was that?
The car seat headrest song?
Oh, car seat headrest. I don't know what that is.
drunk drivers kill their whales?
Yeah, kill the whale.
I don't fucking listen to car
I
seat
remember-
headrest. I have taste. Sorry.
Hey, you should. And then you should get a matching Twin Fantasy tattoo with me and
you
Vance.
mean the
I
furry
want the-
tattoo?
Yeah, I'm trying to get those
Yes,
gay
that's the
dogs
one.
on me, bro. I need them.
The furry tattoo.
I'm trying to convince
Vance.
Vance he needs to get one with me, because I've had mine for a good 5 years now. I think it's Vance's turn. Then Justus, I think you're next on the list.
First of all, I don't listen to car seat headrest.
Get the gay dogs.
I like good music.
You should start listening to car seat headrest, and hey, you shut the fuck up. And then you should start listening to car seat headrest, and then you should get the gay dogs.
You
I
should
don't
not
want
even
to
listen to them and just get the gay dogs.
Just get the gay
Just get
dogs.
the gay
no
dogs.
con-
Honestly, you can skip the first step
And
completely.
then mid tattoo session, the guy would be like, "Hey, the guy who made this is a furry," and then he just keeps tattooing you. And then you just have to sit with that and let him finish it. Because it can't go half finished. You have to let it be done.
Hey man, wait a second. Are these dogs boys? These dogs kissing?
Oh no, these dogs are boys. Golly! Have you,
Now, imagine a gatekeeping tattoo artist where you come in to get the car seat headrest tattoo, and he's like, "Now I'll do this, but I need you to do me one favor. Name 5 songs," and then they do it.
have you guys? Wait, have you guys seen the cooking videos where it would be like in between it would be like spliced a video of 2 dogs
Oh,
kissing,
yeah.
or like 2 guys kissing. That shit is the funniest fucking thing. Not because like gay is funny, but because it's just so.
It's the surprise
Yeah,
element.
it's just so fucking good. Like, I gotta find the one with the dogs where they basically have their tongues in each other's mouths. It's fucking hilarious.
Did you see the one where they did it with the Yakuza games?
I didn't see that. What the fuck? I love Yakuza.
It was a bit like, guys, how come all the cooking in Yakuza looks so fucking delicious? And then it's a montage of all the different foods that have been prepared through Yakuza. And then I'm assuming it's actually a fight scene, but you just see a dude with another guy directly behind him like they're butt fucking or something for like a split second. And he goes right back to the fancy ramen.
Yakuza cooking montage. I'm keeping this in. Fuck you guys. Oh, fuck. I can't.
So, when are we doing the episode where we just straight up watch gay porn on the podcast? I know on the old podcast, David had a pretty stern no porn rule, but I think with this new one, we can throw that right out the window. I'll start sending links right now.
Oh, well, I mean, if you scroll up, you can see that we've already started sending some interesting images.
We straight up were just talking about Futanari and just sending like porn, and then David came in and we had to drown it with shit memes.
We had to
didn't
fill it up
see
with
any
some
of it.
memes.
So he didn't see like scroll up for like 10 seconds. You'll literally just see dicks everywhere, chicks with dicks.
Let me add a reaction.
I'm kind of scared to scroll.
It's hot. Don't
You'll also
be scared.
see fuck, what's her face?
Who?
The love of your life.
Oh yeah, Linda Cardellini, the love of my life.
Linda Cardellini.
Don't let Hannah hear it. Actually,
Hey.
Hannah knows. Hannah knows. She's like, makes sense.
The fucking Spy Kids game over conversation we had.
How long were you guys on the phone before I joined the podcast?
No, this was like a few weeks ago, like a week or so ago.
Oh.
I don't even think it was before or after the podcast. We just went on. Oh yeah, 'cause it was before we uploaded the first episode, and we got so fucking sidetracked. Started talking about Linda Cardellini
Christ,
and
I
Spy
found the chicks
Kids
with
and
dicks.
fucking awful shit. And then
What's up with this girl in a snowman? I don't think I like what's happening right here.
You
Yeah,
don't
no,
like what's happening? Weak.
But look at the nipples. Look how creative it is. They're little
Look how
Christmas
delicious.
ornaments.
Look how delicious. Look how scrumptious this picture is.
I think you should cut all the words you just said.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, baby. It's so good.
Alright, so
Yo, who gave Wonder Woman a cock, bro? Who let this happen?
best-
who
of
gave the
humanity.
cock a costume?
The cock is a costume.
That's a better point.
Who put a little belt around the cock and gave it a little bra?
Look at the Korra one. Look at the Korra one.
No, the Korra one is so much. It's so much.
It's a lot, but you have to look at it. You can't.
We can't even like begin to contextualize what we're looking at.
Like I can't
For the
explain this,
podcast.
how big their balls are and how many veins there are. There's so many veins.
So many veins.
Oh, Jesus. I kind of regret going out of my way to find the chat. I kind of wish I would have just accepted the fact that it was blank before.
No, I think
now
you
know,
needed this.
Now you know, buddy. Now you know.
It's not even 2 p.m. and I've already seen at least 4 anime girls with penises.
That's not enough, baby. That's not enough. So what have you guys been watching or playing recently, or listening to?
Breaking Bad.
I mean, besides that, you
And Tool.
fucking schmuck. I'm kidding. I love you.
I have-
What besides that?
Now that is quite literally it.
Damn,
right now.
dog,
I watched
that's
the new
all-
Elvis movie
Oh,
recently.
was it good? I haven't seen it yet. I like the Great Gatsby movie for context.
Yeah, no, Sam, that's the main reason I wanted to watch it because I'm a big fan of Baz Luhrmann as a director. Because he made Great Gatsby, he made Moulin
Didn't he
Rouge,
Romeo
he
and
made that
Juliet?
really good Romeo and Juliet
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Like he's a great director. I kind of really like his style of things, and it was a well-directed movie. Listen, I don't know how much I'm going to go into the whole ethics of Elvis onto the podcast because I need to do more research myself before I form an opinion on how much I should actually dislike him as a human. I will say Baz does kind of pussy out on some of the more fucked up
what I've
details of
heard.
Elvis's life. Like,
Yeah.
they definitely never say the fact that Priscilla Presley was 14 when they first got together.
What the fuck?
They definitely gloss over that little detail. And they definitely have a much older actress play her.
Your Honor, what the fuck?
There's more to it. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too
No.
much into it because
No,
I need to
there
figure out
isn't.
more
No,
stuff.
stop
but-
it. Stop the fucking presses. There is no more to it. He fucked the 14-year-old. That's the end of the story. Period. Point. Fucking
That's
blank.
the thing. According to Priscilla, to this day, he did not fuck a 14-year-old. According to her, they did not have sex until she was over 18 because he went to. If you remember, there was a small point in his career where he actually went to the army and was gone in Germany for a long ass time.
I didn't know
My
that. I
grandpa
don't give
met
a
him
fuck
when he
about
was in the
Elvis.
army.
Yeah, Elvis went to the military essentially to save his public reputation.
Here's the thing, Andrew. I don't give a fuck. If we're gonna bully Drake for talking to Millie Bobby Brown for giving her boy advice, how the fuck are we not gonna put this dead man on blast for dating a 14-year-old? How is it mature that he didn't stick his penis inside of her? It's still wrong. How is that the mature choice?
You're right.
The fuck?
It's still fuck Elvis at the end of the day, but admittedly. Actually, no, there is no admittedly. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to justify or do anything to defend the man.
Things that white celebrities can get away with. It's the wildest shit to me. And have niggas, not you specifically, Andrew, but have niggas defend them. It's just like, well, at least he didn't stick his penis in her. It's like, what? What do you mean? Did you read
When
Lolita?
that's the last resort for your defense, maybe he's just not a good
Did
person.
you read Lolita? What do you mean? That's just going to be the running joke of this podcast. Is, did you read Lolita? Yes or no?
I did.
Yes or no, bitch.
Yes or no, you motherfucker.
I watched the movie.
No!
Besides that, I would still say if you're a Baz Luhrmann fan, check it out. It's still an overall enjoyable experience. The guy who plays Elvis, Austin Butler, who played the guy in iCarly who can't sing, so they had to use vocal effects. That's the same dude. He actually does a pretty good job as Elvis, I will say. He does a pretty damn good job playing him.
Yeah, he looks kind of brown in the promotional material, which is a little interesting. But yeah, I do watch that movie.
No, it seems pretty in character.
It's just like Scrubs. They were just in character, you know?
I mean, Austin just showed up to set looking like that.
That was just his weekend fit.
Brown face? Vance, what have you been doing recently?
I've been...
In the heels fucking
I've
dudes.
just been on the inside hating Moist Critical. I think that's what I've been...
You hate
That's
Moist
what
Critical?
has really overtaken my life.
What?
Because honestly...
What did he do to you?
Dude is a shit-ass streamer and shit YouTuber. His content is bad, I realize now.
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't
not
make any
entertaining.
sense.
I mean, yeah.
He sits
Yeah.
there and
He's
reacts
definitely not the
to
type of
other
person you
people's videos, or like will break down an idea in the most not even like knowledgeable way. It's so
Yeah.
fucking infuriating.
Honestly, and that's the same problem I have with somebody like Wubby. I watched Wubby for like 5 minutes. I was like, he's funny.
yes.
And I just realized, oh no, he's just a fucking moron. And I'm not insulting his actual intelligence. He's just like a regular dude who's just popular for like having head empty takes. And I'm like, that's not enjoyable though.
Dude, yeah, it's all very head empty content. That is a
Yeah.
good way.
It's just like, oh,
I-
I don't know. Here's my opinion though. And it's like, that's not what content should be.
I will say with Moist Critical, I think him as a character has kind of overtaken his actual quality of material.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves Charlie, but not Moist Critical necessarily, if that
Exactly.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
that
I think
totally
everyone
makes
likes
sense.
him. They like his voice. They like his looks. They like how he talks. I just, admittedly, I do wish he would take that personality and do something more with it rather than just sitting his skinny ass in front of a computer and going, well, my moist meter's low today.
Fuck, that was a good impression.
That was a really good fucking impression.
Do that again. Wait, holy shit.
Do it again. Do the thing.
So that's the thing. This new Super Mega Cast video, it's the moist meter's quite low for it, I will say.
Andrew, that's your party trick from now on.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Thanks,
you
my Moist Critical impression.
You're the moist critical guy now. Ha ha. We're gonna make you do that at parties.
Maybe that'll be my Halloween costume this year. I'll get those really shitty tattoo sleeves from the dollar store and just
God.
get a black wig and a hat.
that would. I feel like this is the year to do it.
I mean, Churdley's and his crew kind of already did that bit, and those videos were way funnier than anything Moist Critical himself has ever
Damn.
made.
Oh my
You didn't have
god.
to go in that hard. You went in strong.
No, but did you guys ever see those videos? Those were genuinely fucking
oh,
funny.
those are fucking
They're
hilarious.
And-
Yeah.
But that also
Those
like
were great.
Charlie in those videos, he doesn't deliver lines as funny as those guys. Like, they're better moist criticals than him.
You know how unentertaining as a person you have to be when people making a video about you and you're the least interesting part?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I think that what Andrew said earlier goes for like a lot of creators, where we like Charlie and not really moist critical, which is why we're willing to put up with it for so long. Same with like other creators, like I don't know, I don't fucking know. Who do you guys watch? Like Hassan. I like Hassan's content though. I don't know.
I like
Hassan at least
Hassan.
like forms political takes.
Yeah.
So at least...
Yeah, Hassan's cool.
And that's the thing. I know a lot of people disagree with Hassan's takes. Maybe I just align with him politically in a lot of ways, but I rarely ever hear him with a take and say, holy shit, that is so bombastically wrong.
Same.
Like, most of the time, even when he was on the Super Mega Cast and he was like, oh, we probably deserve 9/11. Honestly, if we really... Yeah. This is going to get us in trouble. We did. We're fucked up. Not saying us as people deserve it, but our government did.
Yeah, exactly.
Our government definitely took steps.
If there was a way to have 9/11 for the government without affecting the people, yes.
Yeah, I wish they would have found a way to really stick it to America without killing innocent civilians. Exactly. That is not me in any way, shape, or form saying that was justified.
Yes,
however, we as America, with our big, very authoritarian, we're the big scary government, we're the only country ever that's ever actually nuked someone, we probably deserve to get taken down a peg. I just wish they would have found a way to do it while keeping the people out of it. But unfortunately, our military didn't exactly take that same concept either, so...
Yeah. Now.
War is ugly.
Down. Some folks are
I
far.
will say the Iraq War very low on the moist.
I did not like the Iraq War.
Okay, guys, today we're going to be watching a compilation of World War II documentaries. Not Pog.
Not Poggers enough. Hey guys, we're gonna be watching the bomb truck in Nagasaki today.
we're gonna be involved in the Balkan conflicts real quick.
Now today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be showing you a very short video. You might have heard it. It's called One Man, One Jar.
God!
Dude, he would watch that, and then he would sit there and say nothing, and then halfway through pause the video and be like,
yeah, you know, one time I put mayonnaise in a jar. Hit play.
Like, that's the extent of his commentary.
He's opposite Hassan. You get one stud lock that lasts 5 seconds.
The amount that he pauses for, I think, is what really gets me. Because I'll try to put on some streams or, like, clips of streams as background music while I work out or, like, do homework, shit like that. And he'll sit there for 30 seconds and say nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I think my video is fucking broken. And then he'll just burp like nothing fucking happened.
And then it'll just keep going.
I can't fucking stand it anymore.
This man is having a breakdown about how much he doesn't like what's critical. Dude, I didn't realize we were unearthing.
I used to enjoy his videos so much, but I can't watch any of them now without getting infuriated.
Like, not to insult him, but he's definitely a part of that sect of the internet where it's like, I am not a critic, however, I like to talk about stuff. But it's kind of that head empty kind of, I like to talk about stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very almost like Jinx back in like 2015, 2016.
Oh, God. You just
the
unearthed
Jinx era?
Fucking vault.
I do remember the Jinx era. Ugh.
Unfortunately, that was a bad time. That man literally didn't do anything. His entire YouTube channel was just stealing content, but then popping up a video of his face watching. Like, haha, that was funny. End of video. It's like, okay, well, I could have just watched the original fucking video then.
Why is this dog barking?
The dog doesn't like the script either.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Stupid.
This ending sucks.
It's fucking dumb.
He just found out Bruce Willis was a ghost the whole time.
Again, I haven't seen Die Hard. You can't keep doing that.
I always wanted to watch the Die Hard with Sam Jackson, you bastard.
You fuck.
Is that the newest inside joke? I just ruined the ending of A Sixth Sense and then y'all think it's Die Hard?
Yeah. You have to mention the ending of a movie with an actor, and we just have to as quickly find another movie with that actor.
Movie. I love the scene where Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson argue with each other. I haven't seen Star Wars, you motherfucker.
You fuck! Bro, I haven't seen the new Black Widow. What the hell?
Have you guys seen Marriage Story though?
No,
Dude, that movie's heartbreaking. But yeah, because I'm
Fucks
also
me
I
up.
love Noah
That
Baumbach.
movie
it's gonna make me
hurts.
sad.
That movie hurts. Like,
Oh no, it will. Well, because Noah Baumbach, the director of that movie, he is essentially known for having. When I say slice of life type of movies, I don't mean a happy slice of life. I mean he takes the most depressing aspects of the human existence and creates an entire film about it in the most realistic, depressing ways possible. First off, this wasn't even his first movie about divorce. This was just the first time he made a movie about divorce, but focused specifically on the husband and wife aspect. He also, in the early 2000s, made a movie called The Squid and the Whale, that had Jesse Eisenberg starring in it, that was also about divorce, but that was more so from the kid's perspective, where you can kind of see how the family falls apart and how things kind of slowly trickle down to, watching the family dynamic change in such destructive ways. But it's genuinely a great movie. A kid wipes his semen all over the library at a school, and then the principal finds out about it. Great film. Highly suggested. Yeah.
Stop.
What?
You're acting like that's fucking
What?
normal.
Well, it's not, but that's the point. He's suffering from trauma from the divorce.
No.
And part of his trauma
No.
is wiping his semen
No.
on things.
No.
Sometimes you just gotta do that.
We give too many excuses to white children. We give too many excuses for white children. If your semen leaves your room and a napkin or God forbid a sock, if it's anywhere outside of that, there's a problem. There's a fucking problem.
No, Justus, you don't get it. When not to be mean, when your parents split up, you were a bit older, so you didn't experience the semen stage of divorce.
I didn't know there was a semen stage.
Experience.
Oh, there's always a semen stage. It's kind of like when someone dies and there's a grieving process. Same exact thing with divorce, except one of those stages involves wiping your semen everywhere.
Stop. No, it's not fucking real. Stop it. It's like when people needed.
Clearly.
It's like where Hannah keeps trying to get me to watch We Need to Talk About Kevin. First of all, very weird.
Don't watch
very
it.
weird. It's very weird now that Ezra Miller has actually gone off the deep end. But they,
Yeah, now that they're a genuinely insane person, it's kind of hard to watch them snap and kill an entire school full of people with a fucking bow and arrow.
yeah. But it's also weird because there's a scene where the character, Kevin, masturbates and makes eye contact with his mother. And I'm like, what kind of white shit is this? Like, what are you having me watch? Can't we watch something wholesome like what is it called? We Need to Talk About the Johnsons.
Toy Story. Oh, that's not wholesome either.
That's
Jesus
that was
fucking
your
Christ.
example.
I know. I was.
That's the incest movie.
Yeah.
I would rather watch Ezra Miller jack off in front of their hypothetical mother than fucking watch a dad fuck his son. What is that?
You mean a
and
son
especially from a
fuck his
director that I
dad?
like so much.
Yeah,
That is an Ari Aster film,
Get
bro. That
that
is the
right.
guy who made Midsommar and Hereditary. What the
AKA
fuck?
2 movies I will never watch.
Yeah, because you're only
I
interested
think
in
you
dad
should at least
fucking.
watch Hereditary.
Wait, pause.
Yeah, it's true.
What the fuck did you just say, Vance? I heard that shit.
What? I mean,
Say it again.
listen,
Say
you said it
again.
yourself. You're not gonna watch those other movies, and
I'm
I get
not.
it. It's because you're only into dad fucking.
No, I'm not only a dad.
Dude, no,
fucking,
not a single dad gets fucked in the other movies.
and that's disappointment. No, it's because gore. I don't like no gore. I don't
Actually,
like the gore.
I would. Here's the thing. I would say specifically with Hereditary, yes, there is gory elements, but gore is not like the attraction point, if that makes sense. It's used in the same way to show the extreme, the extremeness of the situation at hand, but like I wouldn't say that it's like a gory movie by any means. There's only a couple scenes that are genuinely even have blood in them in the first place. It's more so just it's not, even when I say shock value, the gore itself isn't the shocking part. It's the actual like elements taking place that you're actually seeing. I would still say you should watch Hereditary. I don't know if I would suggest Midsommar.
The daughter has an allergic reaction to nuts, puts her fucking head out the window, and her head fucking comes off. Like, what do you mean? What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah, but it's surprisingly not that gory.
Oh yeah, no, I think I've seen that scene. It's not gory. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't think I need that.
Although unfortunately, now that you've already seen that scene without the rest of the movie, that's kind of like the main. I don't want to say the main attention point of the film, but that was definitely the most gripping scene. I'm kind of disappointed you saw that before the actual film itself.
Well, yeah, because all my fucking college buddies first semester, because it came out first semester I went to college, and they're like, "Hey man, have you seen Hereditary?
Yeah, it
It's so
came out in
fucking
2018.
good." Now I'm like, "No," and then they show me that scene, and I'm like, "That seems really important to the movie." And
Can't
Yeah,
believe you
they're
guys
kind of
would just-
dickheads. They spoiled like the most iconic scene in the entire fucking movie for you. What the fuck, dickheads?
like, and then doesn't from that point obviously spoilers for the movie if you haven't gotten it. But doesn't from that point, like, the mom has to admit, like, she hates her son for doing that? Like, she kind of hates him?
I mean, morally, yeah, we're just gonna spoil this movie anyway. Bruce Willis is a ghost.
No!
Fuck!
A third time!
Millie Shapiro.
But yeah, no. There is indeed a scene where the entire family is essentially falling apart because the mother blames the son for her daughter being dead because he is at least partially responsible. He did take the daughter to a party where she ate nuts, and then the whole hitting her head on a fucking electricity pole or whatever the fuck, or telephone pole. Like the whole thing sucks. Like it's a shitty situation, and she kind of can't help but blame her son for it. And yeah, like it's almost a psychological, like, it's in a really weird way. The scene where the mother essentially says, like, I don't think I can ever forgive you for what you did, that's almost more psychologically disturbing than actually watching the daughter get her fucking head ripped off, just because you're watching a mother essentially tell her son, I hate you for killing my daughter. Something that he clearly didn't intend to do. It wasn't an intentional thing.
That's real fucked.
But I don't know, it shows the horrors of the grieving process in, like, the most disturbing ways. It's a very psychologically creepy movie. Like, it fucks with you in more than just, like, oh my god, her head got ripped off. It's more than just shock value. It's a movie that fucks with you in a very deep psychological way.
Yeah, and
great movie, though, genuinely.
And that's the one thing where, like, I know about Ari Aster is that his movies are kind of, they have shocking stuff in them, but there's always a deeper thing in it. Like, I heard somebody break down Midsommar and be like, hey, if you like the cult in this movie, the whole point of the movie is that it's like how cults are able to get people emotionally and get them involved and fuck with them mentally. Like, I don't fucking know. I didn't see this fucking movie. But, like, apparently there's...
I don't know about that argument, only because I've seen Midsommar, and not at any point in the movie did I ever say, wow, that cult seems pretty cool.
Yeah, because it seems like the whole point
they're
of the
a pretty
movie
fucked
is
up
that they're
cult the whole
fucked
movie.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. But then I don't know, man. I heard some fucking college students be like, "Oh yeah, cult's fucking bomb," and I'm like,
there's some broken fucking people out there.
Honestly, there's
I
some
don't think they watch the same movie as
There's
us.
some people with some fucked up skulls walking around this fucking earth, and they should not be allowed to see certain movies. You need to pass a test.
I hope to God they are not watching documentaries on Charlie Manson, because they are not going to get the right theme at the end of it.
Bro, it's the same people who watch, like, American Psycho or Wolf of Wall Street, and they're like, damn, that guy was cool.
Yeah, he's me for real, for real.
Yeah, if you watched American Psycho and say, he just like me for real, you have problems and go to jail.
You can like a movie without liking the protagonist, you fucking mentally scuffed morons. Like, you don't have to like everything in the movie.
But
you
no,
can enjoy
that's
it.
the thing. They can't, though. They can't like a movie unless they like the protagonist. That's why they don't like a lot of other movies, because the protagonists aren't shitty, awful people that are like them.
Because if you notice that those people are the same ones that are like, yeah, modern movies fucking suck, and they just like hate everything. And it's not because they're picky, but just because like the main character isn't a piece of shit. Like, he's not me. I can't identify with him. Now, Joker, that's my kind of movie.
There's too much nuance in my movies.
I'll bet those people hated Forrest Gump. The United States of Jenny.
I cannot believe that's how we fucking met, and that's how we became best friends, is the United States of Jenny.
That's our entire friendship story.
Wait, what?
Wait, Justus, have you not heard, or Vance, have you not heard this story?
No.
I think we'll close the podcast out on the story about how me and Andrew met. Andrew, you want to tell it?
Oh, this is beautiful.
All right. I'll tell the story.
Gather around,
so
kids.
It was literally the very first period of the very first semester of freshman year of high school. Mm-hmm. Like the first, I don't think it was the first day, but it was like the first week or two. Mm-hmm. It was as simple as me and Justus weren't sitting next to each other, but I think he was at a table directly in front of me.
It was.
And we're doing the Pledge of Allegiance because America is a cult and they want their kids to pray to the flag every day. And I guess, as you can say, we were just the little rebellious people we were, and instead of giving our praises to the almighty Uncle Sam, instead we gave it to Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks, because without any planning, without any conversation beforehand, because obviously before this, me and Justus had never spoken a word to each other. He was just another dude in the same class I didn't know anybody in. Completely in sync, we at the same time, and this is weird, and I promise this story is 100% true, out of the blue, we both just go, I pledge of allegiance to the United States of Jenny at the exact same time. And then he turns around, and we look at each other, And then we had a pep assembly then at the same day, and then we walked to the pep assembly next to each other discussing movie ideas. And that was it. That's how we became friends, all because for some reason we both decided to say the United States of Jedi, accent and everything.
I remember us talking about movies beforehand, but I could be wrong. Because I remember us talking about movies and saying Forrest Gump, and then we said United States of Jedi together, and then we looked at each other, and then that's how it happened. But yeah, I mean...
Fuck, is that what happened? That was like 8 years ago. I don't always remember.
Oh my god, I've known you for almost a decade. What the fuck?
I've known you longer than Vance. Then David's the only person I've known the longest in my life besides family.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's how we met.
That's insane.
That's such. What kind of fucking? You both just had the same brain worms that morning.
We had the same strain.
But you both drank from the water fountain and got infected.
Specific.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that Buckeye water. Who probably
meth water.
You were meant to be
Vance,
soulmates.
speaking of how you and I met, because Vance, admittedly our friendship started on a much less interesting note.
Yeah,
we definitely did not have a United States of Jenny moment.
I don't know. It's still
we met because I had been working there maybe 2 or 3 months longer than Vance did at Little Caesars. Okay. And I was him and another guy, I think his name was Lucas, who now works at Taco Bell. He gave me free cinnamon twists one time because he somehow remembered me.
Dude, that's bomb.
Wait, what the fuck? Lucas is at Taco Bell?
Yeah, the last time I saw him, he was at Taco Bell. I went there after work one day, and I was in the drive-thru, and at first I couldn't tell if he recognized me or not because he didn't say my name whatsoever. He didn't necessarily say like, "Oh shit, you were from Caesars," but he was talking to me more than your average Taco Bell drive-thru thing, where he's like, "Oh shit, man, how you been? How you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm good, bro. Just getting off of work, about to go home." And then I look in the bag, and he gave me free cinnamon twists. I was like, "Okay, he must have remembered me."
Damn.
But yeah, I was training both Lucas and Vance at Sheetouts, which is for non-Caesars illiterate people. That is essentially where once you have the dough, they put it into a pan, and you take this big machine that like flattens the dough balls, and then you take your hands and you spread it out into the shape of a pizza, so you can then hand it to the other people, who then put sauce on and the ingredients and make it into the pizza you unfortunately have to eat.
That's so fucking
Yeah, so I was training him and Lucas on that, and I think it all started because I asked if they listened to Joji at all, and that was everything. And then Lucas stopped at Joji because after that he didn't know who I was talking about. But then I also asked about like Mac DeMarco and Tyler the Creator, and out of the two of them, Vance was the only one who knew what the fuck I was talking about. And then I found out when he lost his virginity. That's a crazy story.
Wait,
and then we started smoking weed together, and that was about it.
Tell that one.
Well, the story of me losing my virginity,
yes,
or why everyone in the store knows?
It wasn't you losing your virginity. It was, and Vance, if you want, you can ask Justus to cut this out. It wasn't virginity. It was his first blowjob. That's what I remember it was.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Question: why does everybody in the store know? And then we'll just fade to the end of the podcast. Why does everybody in the store know?
Bro, because we had a kind of creepy manager who was really, I don't know, just asked a lot of